restrictions lifting, social media advice, getting ahead by getting started, coming up now. This week has been a very busy week. As always, we've had more webinars and we really do want to encourage you to take advantage of these, as each week you might get some useful information and tips that you didn't get last time. If you have any questions for the team, it is definitely a chance to ask them. This week we spoke about communications and also within our digital marketing webinar, social media advice. Earlier this week, I spoke to Louisa in our office about what we can expect from the weeks to come around restrictions being lifted. Of course, all government rules and regulations were followed while filming.
Well, it's brilliant news, to be honest. I think both Nest and all of our clients are super excited. There was anticipation as to what that would look like, whether it would go ahead, but essentially legal restrictions are being lifted completely on the 19th of July. So legal restriction to wear masks, ventilation, social distancing predominantly. They're the things that have really hindered our clients in their classes. So capacity will be able to open up. Although there are legal restrictions lifted, we are still advising that people observe those protocols still and maintain some of those protocols in class, because although the legal requirement is gone, there's still a moral obligation. There is still COVID around, so we would just like to observe certain social distancing, hygiene protocols, ventilation within clubs, just to ensure that everyone is safe in their training. So yeah, fantastic news. We're really pleased for everyone.
So just a couple of notes that we've had about, you say about the hygiene protocol. So like a lot of people are cleaning between and like before and after classes, so they should usually continue doing that going forward.
Completely, I would suggest so. I think although those things were instigated throughout COVID, I think it's taught us that those are really the right processes moving forward, whether COVID is around or not. So yeah, maintaining 15 minutes where possible between classes to clean floors, clean equipment, and also just a hygiene. Wash your hands before class, wash hands after, keep some hand sanitizer around. You know, martial arts is one of the most contact-based sports out there, so I think it's really good to maintain these hygiene protocols way after COVID.
And I think a major thing is about governing bodies, so you know, following what they advise as well is important that we think about going forward.
Absolutely, we've read a few of the national governing body return to play protocols and new articles that they've released, and they're pretty much in line with what we're saying. So they advise that legal restrictions have been lifted, but they're also advising that you should just observe caution where possible. Just be aware. Parents need to feel safe, children need to feel safe. People are still wary, it is still out there, so they need to feel confident that when they're coming to training or they're bringing their children to training, that they're still very safe in your environment.
Feeling comfortable when they arrive and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that goes along with mask wearing as well. So if someone wants to wear a mask, obviously they're allowed to. So
100%. And instructors should be advising the parents that that's perfectly acceptable. If they want to wear masks, absolutely wear masks. In fact, we're advising that spectators should still wear masks, and also instructors where possible should be wearing some kind of safety and maintaining a level of distance from them and the students. So yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Some very useful information there. Now let's take a deep dive into the Nest management software myMA. Here's a quick look. Packages are a great way to group together lessons and or students. Use packages to assign students to multiple lessons or even let them sign up themselves by sending them a link. Here at Nest Management, we get asked a lot of questions, which is fine by us. Make sure you do have a look at our FAQ section on our website, right here. But for now, let's see what our FAQ is today. Are the webinars recorded? Webinars are not recorded as they are aimed at live discussion rather than training. However, all the training materials for both myMA and marketing are available on the toolkit. Getting started with something new, be it students starting a new class or even returning to class, can be difficult. But you have to get ahead by getting started. That can also be the case for using different systems, tactics, and things that might not be the norm for you. Nest management offers so much in one single package, it can be a bit overwhelming at times. However, we have a dedicated team that know the ins and outs of every different part. So don't hesitate to ask if needed. Get ahead by getting started. Well, that's it from me, but as always, we'll see you next week. Coming up now. You're already filming?
Yeah, I'm not filming yet.
Let's change that slightly.
I'm not using that as a blooper.